Welcome please to the JVG podcast, where these G's are gonna spread their seeds of knowledge about the league. It's flourishing with these funny catchers seem to be well read, esteemed and honest. Like the man himself, Jeff Van Gundy, they are high IQ, so cerebral and funny. So if you're on the bus, just border on the dunny, listen to the
JVG NBA Tribute Show.
Hello and welcome to episode 124 of the Jeff Van Gundy Tribute Show. I am your host Lucas, joined as always by my co-host Marco. Marco, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, so
I've been better.
Yeah, let's go through that. So we missed that episode last week with the silly season. Silly season is still here.
I feel like it's over now.
Yeah, it's over now, but feeling the effects.
It just ended.
Yeah. We went to a party on Sunday called Sun Cycle. And
a party.
And I don't have any notes for this week's episode. Do you?
No, I haven't. I really haven't. Apart from today, I haven't watched much basketball in the last week either. So
just hang out. That's what this next. Who knows how long we're gonna talk for? Well, you do if you're listening, but just we're gonna hang out for the next 45 to an hour.
And it's usually fun when we do that.
Yeah, and if you don't want to listen, you don't.
Hey, this is your warning. Turn off right now.
Yeah,
switch it off.
We might not get to basketball for a while.
So how was your Christmas, Lucas?
Mate, fucking Jesus, don't stop, man. Eve, I had something on. Christmas Day, I had two things on. Boxing Day, I had a thing on, and it was just like fucking non-stop, man. And then I worked for 3 days before New Year's, and then you know about my New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
Jesus fucking
Christ.
Genuinely cannot say that on air.
No.
But then...
Oh, well, your car broke down. You can say that.
Yeah. Well, my car broke down.
Let's just put it like that.
My car broke down on Hoddle Street.
Yeah.
Like dead, just fully dead stop.
Which lane were you in?
I was in the right turn lane across from the terminus.
That's so bad.
The right turn lane as well. And I got out of my car and I was like, fucking help.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to push my car away. No one's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, if my car's dead stopped in the middle of Hoddle, like, no one's going anywhere. So yeah, that was also, that whole scenario was really, really bad. But then, the party on Sunday, and then I've been actually in the lab a little bit the last 2 days, just fucking roasting people at Narrandjeri. What about your silly season, Marco? Take us through your last 2 weeks.
That's pretty. Just a side note, I'm very impressed that you've been in the lab roasting up, considering how bad I've been feeling the last 2 days. Yeah.
So. I feel like I'd be feeling worse though. I feel like if you were to get in the lab and start chewing. Yeah. Before you eat.
Which you have to do.
Then you'd feel better. I feel.
Thank you.
But I feel better because I've been like forcing myself to do something.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the gym today because I haven't been since. When did I go? I think I went on Christmas Eve, which was quite nice. I had the opportunity to do that. Thank you to Preston Health and Fitness. But I think, as I said to you earlier, last night I lay down in bed at 10:30 p.m. and then this morning I got out of bed at about 10:30, 11 a.m. I think I had 4 hours sleep the entire time I was there.
In that 12-hour window.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me. Last night, I was settling into bed at 10:30. And then I dead set... Can moths piss? Do you reckon?
I actually have no idea.
Because I was in bed and I felt like a wetness. And then I turned the light on and there was this disgusting moth just above my bed.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I fought it.
It didn't give birth or something, did it? Oh. Do insects pee?
But yeah, so then I fought this moth for like 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes. What's up?
It's just the way that the internet is describing how insects pee sucks. They collect liquid wastes from fluids in the body and then send them to the hind gut, from which they'll be excreted as urine. Like that, I know that's just how all peeing works, but it just sounds so awful.
So yes,
moths do pee.
So I reckon this moth pissed on me, and then I fucking chonsed it for a bit, and it just kept evading every single time I tried to hit it. Then I finally got it, and then I was just like, my heart was just pounding after that. So I ended up having to have a chamomile tea at about 10:45 to put myself back down. But I'm sorry to hear you had a bad sleep.
Yeah, look, it's fine. These things happen. I get like. I'm going to get one proper insomnia night, like every 3 months.
That is so good.
Which, yeah. And usually it's like I know when it's happening. Usually it's like I'm not too tired. I'm just like, I go to bed. I'm like, I'm not sleeping tonight. And I'll just do shit. Like I'll just read or like go on the computer or whatever. And I'll be like, look, I'm going to get like 3 hours sleep tonight. So let's just go. Whereas last night I was so exhausted from the day before and the day before that and the day before that. Maybe we'll start at the beginning. So give our readers some context. So obviously in my line of work, we're pretty busy up until Christmas time. I did finish on the 22nd, which was nice. 23rd, I actually had a nice chill day. I just finished Christmas shopping, etc. 24th, we had our family Christmas during the day. Didn't go till too late, and then I went to the park to have drinks with friends. Then didn't end up getting home till about 12:30, and then had Christmas the next morning, which I was just like a little bit too tired for. And you know what? That was actually fine. Again, that wrapped up by about 3:30, and me and Ned set up the pool and we watched a horror film.
In the pool?
No. These are separate things. Right. But then, like, we watched the horror film until 1 a.m, which was just like, why did we do that?
Was it scary?
Yeah, it was X. You know that one? It's like a slasher, like sort of hillbilly. You know, it's really gross, but I wouldn't call it scary.
Yeah, right.
You know, but I don't scare easily. Then next day, I went to the Boxing Day test of the cricket. So that involved getting up at probably 8 a.m. Which you just don't want to be getting up at 8 a.m.
Not on the 26th of December.
No, exactly not. And it was really, really, really hot day. Really loved one of the best Boxing Days I've been to. It was a good day at the cricket. We were in MCC, we were in the shade. Went and visited Sean over in the poor stands. He's literally sitting right in the sun all day. I swear, every other group of persons in his area. This is Sean Carroll of the Deep 2 NBA podcast, by the way. They'd all slowly scurried into the shaded bits of the stadium as the sunlight came along, and Sean and his 5 mates just hadn't. Just sitting directly in the sun. I think while I was over there, I applied sunscreen 4 times. And every time I got a beer, it was gone in 5 minutes because it was just so fucking hot and directly in the sun. But anyway, then after that, I went to Colour Club because Colour Club is about to close. So I was there till quite late. And then I had to get up early on the 27th to drive down to the beach.
Oh, yeah, true.
And then I've been down the beach for 4 days. And it's not that it wasn't relaxing. It was just you're never fully relaxed. You're doing shit all day. You're in an uncomfortable place. I had a really lovely time in Mornington and then Summers. It was really, really lovely. But then on the 31st, drove back, had 2 hours here.
The 31st.
Yeah.
Oh.
It feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
No, just pretty. It's been 1 whole year since I've had a New Year's Eve.
Yeah, exactly right. Drove back to Melbourne, had about 2 hours at home, and then had to go. Not had to, but I went into Triple R to do my show. Oh,
and then went from on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
And then went from Triple R to the New Year's Eve party, and then obviously woke up on New Year's Day and went to Sun Cycle.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really haven't. That's kind of why last night I was like, fucking just pass out, just go to sleep. You've been non-stop for about 9 days, so now is the time to just shut off.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah. I feel like with the time off you get in that summer period, you need a day or 2 or 3 to have the option to do nothing.
Yeah.
Because that's been my last 2 days.
Yeah.
And I've gone and I've shot, but I've had the option to do nothing. Because I've also been having a bit of a red hot crack at it, as they say. But right now, for anyone that's not watching, Marco's in a basketball jersey and jeans, which is just that's what you wear when you have nothing on.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're experiencing it.
Yeah, I got it today. I got it. I got out of bed late. I went, didn't cook anything, didn't make any food. I just went and I got some Borek. And then I sat down, I watched the basketball, I played 2K for about 3 hours, and then you came over. So
so good. Yeah. When was the last time you cooked, do you reckon?
Fuck. Oh, no, well, actually on the 30th in Summers, I cooked 2 bloody whole rainbow trout on the barbie, so...
Oh, okay,
I guess that counts.
Yeah, that counts. When was the last time you, prepared a meal?
Fucking...
November?
No.
December?
It would be like the 20th of December or something like that, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'd say all that to tell you that we're just not really we haven't really been keeping up with just life in general, let alone so silly basketball league.
Which is kind of a shame because the last 2 weeks have probably been the best.
They've been nuts.
It's probably been the best the NBA's been in like 4 years.
In a very long time.
Like the regular season at least.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, it happens. I feel like this is year in, year out, the time of year I watch the least basketball, the least sport, keep up with the least popular culture.
Yeah.
I know, you know, like I just bet Sean has been sitting on the couch watching basketball.
A couple of games.
A couple of games at the very least.
Yeah.
But not for me and Lucas anyway.
Nah, we've been too busy fucking what we just said and
Doing
stuff.
all that shit.
When you reckon the pool will be ready?
Well, it's actually set up.
I know, I saw.
Oh.
It's just a matter of filling it up.
No, it's full of holes. So
Yeah, right.
I filled it up. I tried to find some of the holes. I spent the whole of February 2022 patching it up. So I'm just gonna buy a new one. So
True.
That could happen tomorrow.
Buying a new one.
It was gonna happen today, but fucking I was not going to Clark Rubber on 4 hours sleep.
So I was about to ask, did you get that one from Clark Rubber?
Yeah. And you know about Clark Rubber, right?
Oh my god. Down in Bendigo.
1,000 pints.
Two
2
pints.
2 pints.
No, who was the guy actually?
Oh god, I can't remember. It's one of those dumb jokes that's erased the actual fact from my brain.
Yeah. Well, the fact is, some person in some rural town had 2,000 pints in a year at some pub, and he got a plaque for it. Clark Rubber.
That was his name.
Do you have him up?
No, I'm googling and nothing's coming up. So I feel like it might not be up.
It could be false.
Yeah,
but it could just be a fucking.
Was it? It was definitely Bendigo. It wasn't.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know.
It wasn't Mildura.
It could. No, I don't know. I actually don't know where it was.
I think because
it was somewhere where you can get away with drinking 2,000 pints in a year. And no one steps in.
Well, should we do a quick analysis of that one? Do you reckon he went every day, or do you reckon he went 6 times a week?
I reckon 6 times a week.
Okay, so we'll do.
So wait, 2,000 divided by.
So we'll do. Wait, yeah. So basically, he went to the pub about 300 times. Let's say.
Yeah. So that's what?
That's pretty,
nearly 7 pints every time.
Yeah.
6.67.
Yeah, 6.6666666.
Jesus.
Yeah. Do you reckon he had a couple of really big piss sessions, or do you reckon he was just 5 on the dot Monday to Friday and then 10 on Saturday?
Fuck. Okay. See,
No.
that actually seems manageable.
5 pints on a weeknight would make you feel like shit every
If you
weeknight.
love beer, though,
Yeah. Mate,
this guy
I
must
love beer.
love beer so much that they have a special name for it.
I absolutely love beer.
A beeraholic or something. A beer addict.
Because I think I could realistically have 2 pints every night, and it wouldn't affect me that badly.
I would feel so rotten.
You reckon?
Yeah. 2 pints every night.
Yeah.
I can do
What about 6 times a week?
Fucking hell, man. I think the way I've got it set up is pretty good. Just 10 in one night. No, it's not even that much though. No, I reckon when I go out drinking, I probably have the equivalent of 5 or 6 pints in a night.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking torched.
Yeah.
So I was doing that every night.
God, he would be fucked.
He would be so drunk.
Yeah.
But we didn't come here to talk about
We
him.
didn't come here to talk about Clark Rubber, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as we as we said, the league's gone crazy recently.
Yeah.
First of all, you had freaking Luka having a 60.20 rebound triple double.
Mm-hmm.
Then later in the week, he had a 50-point game, and the game in between them for him, he had 35, 12, and 13. Now that is, bar 20 NBA players, that is everyone else's best game of all time.
Yeah.
And he, as you might imagine, won Western Conference Player of the Week. Then, a couple days later, did someone else have a 50 burger?
Look, I'm definitely. Well, Look, Jokic has been having 40-point triple doubles. I think he had 41, 15, and 15.
Oh yeah, on Crimby.
I know Siakam had 50 something the other day.
Yeah.
I know AD had 50 something the other day.
Yeah. And if fucking Pascal Siakam's cracking 50 burgers, everyone's cracking 50 burgers. Clay had 54 today.
Clay had 54 today.
And we say all this,
and then no, there was some other noteworthy. There's some other noteworthy scores today.
Oh, LeBron had like fucking.
LeBron had 41.
LeBron had 43.
Oh, 43.
And actually, LeBron's 10 games before that, he's averaging 33, 7, and 7. And those numbers will only go up with his game today.
Embiid had a very clean 42.
Nice.
Luka had a 39, near 39-point triple double. Even bloody Gary Trent Jr. had 32 today.
Yep, my guy. Was that Luka's 39 against the Rockets?
Yes.
Man, it just did not look like that.
He went, well, we just watched that game. Not a very good game.
Yeah.
I think he went 3 of 12 in the first half.
Yeah.
So that says a lot, really.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and Marco were talking about what we're going to talk about in this episode. We were like, let's see what's happening with Luka. Let's see what's happening with Nikola. We'll watch their games today, and then we'll just have like a nice little chat about them. Maybe just like fanboy a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough of that. It's too much criticalness, critication. Just like let's just enjoy.
Criticalization, yeah.
Let's just enjoy ourselves and just like be fans for freaking once. Also because of all the hangover situation. And anyway, so then this guy Donovan Mitchell, fucking. Do you have any special words for D Mitch?
It was actually just incredible. Like 71 points, 11 assists.
Yeah.
And let me just get this right.
8 Clark rubbers.
8 Clark rubbers.
Yeah.
And it really looked like it as well.
Yeah.
like it wasn't one of those like, oh, you know, he's putting 71 away against a bad team. I'm not saying now the Chicago Bulls, they haven't been great this year. Their defense has dropped off. Alex Caruso's probably having the worst season of his career, but he's still one of like the premier, you know, perimeter defenders in the league. And Donovan Mitchell just made him look like he didn't exist.
Yeah.
But it wasn't it wasn't one of those effortless Luka ones where he's like he's getting a screen and then he's just making the right decision and, you know, waltzing through everyone, banging into everyone. He was just so much faster, so much more agile, so much more accurate than anyone else on the court. And then I think he would have finished. So he finished regulation time with what? In the high 50s, I want to say.
Somewhere.
In the 50s. That included intentionally missing a free throw, grabbing the rebound, and getting the putback.
Crazy.
To when they were 2 points down
Crazy.
to tie the game and send it to OT. And then in OT, he drilled at least 3 3-pointers.
Yeah.
They were very deep and they were very contested.
Yeah.
Like, he was not getting any room on any of those plays. So I think, as well as just being so impressive that he did that, it looks really fucking hard.
Yeah. And also, we didn't even watch the Cavs game. We just kept watching the Mavs and the Nuggets game, and then we watched the highlights of the Cavs game, and it was like so much better than the games we watched.
So much better.
I mean, the fact that we knew it went to OT, we probably should have taken that as a hint to watch that game. It was awesome. 34 shots as well. 34 field goal attempts for 71 points. Comes out to a cool 2.1 points per shot attempt, which is...
It's the golden ratio, really.
Kind of impossible. And yeah, I kind of feel really good that Donovan Mitchell's having such a good season and Rudy Gobert's having such a bad season. And I wonder what Utah... I know that they had like somewhat success, but I wonder what they could look like if like D Mitch was paired with someone else. And maybe that's me getting into that critical side.
Yeah.
And maybe that's me being really unfair
to
Rudy Gobert. But Donovan Mitchell has actually only gotten better and improved on a career that was already like really, really good. I'm going to get his basketball reference up as we speak. But I think that he's averaging 30 points a game, and I'm wrong.
It's like 29 points. Something.
It's 28. I'm sure it'll jump up to 29 after today's game.
Statistically, it has to.
There's like 5 players that are averaging 30 this year, and the league is just going crazy right now. It's a great time to be a basketball fan.
It's a great time to be a basketball fan. Yeah, I think you got to feel really good for Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers more generally, because I think it's interesting if you look at the Minnesota situation versus the Cleveland situation, right? So Cleveland had really good season last year. I think they had very high lottery picks 4 seasons in a row. They drafted 2 really good players from that. One good role player and Colin Sexton, who, became a good tradable piece. They did the logical thing that you do when you're kind of in that position, which is, all right, cool. We've got excess assets. We've got players like Sexton and Larry Marketing who are good, but surplus to requirements. Got a bunch of picks. Let's fucking do it. Let's pull the trigger right now. And I don't think there's another move this Cleveland team really needs to make. There's no big step that this team needs to make to be a contending team. They're 4th in the East, and I think that almost feels like a disservice to them.
You reckon?
I
was looking at I was pretty happy with the standings.
You reckon?
Yeah. I think that...
So who's above them? Brooklyn, Boston, and Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Boston and Milwaukee are powerhouses, right? They're established, juggernauts. And yeah, I guess Brooklyn has Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. Then sitting 4th is pretty good. But they feel like one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Not just the 4th best team in the East.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Brooklyn's on a 12-game winning streak, and they've won 15 of the last 16.
Yeah.
So, especially in the first 36 games of the season, they should probably be up the top of whichever conference they are. Now, after 20 games, I feel like usually the season sorts itself out. We're at 36 now, as I just said, but it does feel like it's starting to sort itself out. But I feel like it's quite late. I feel like there's been quite a late season.
Yeah, I would 100% agree. I think there was obviously the Suns getting out to the early lead, the Jazz getting out to the early lead in the West, and now they've probably both dropped back to where they should be.
Yeah.
At least, according to you. I think in the West, the Pels, the Mavs, the Kings, and the Clippers were all kind of good at the beginning of the season, and it's no, now this is now these teams are really rolling. Obviously the Mavs have just been absolutely carried by Luka for the last
fucking crazy.
Just more so than they are in general over the last 10 or so games. In the East, it really just felt like Boston and Milwaukee were going to take away with it. And now it's looking a lot closer.
Yeah. Since Luka's first 50-point game, they played the fucking Rockets today, so it hasn't updated. But he's averaging 45, 11, and 10. And that's over 5 games. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I half clocked what you just said, and I was half looking at the screen again. I don't want to make.
It doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter.
I don't want to make too much mention of the hangover, but I have been partying. But yeah, fucking Denver, top of the West, top of the left. Pels, 3rd. And the Phoenix Suns are 7th, and I did not pick them for my top 7. No. So fucking put that in your crack pipe and smoke it. Actually, no, they might be 8th on your screen.
They are 8th. Yeah.
They are 8th on the ESPN scoreboard. They're 7th on the Basketball Reference homepage.
We know which one is the official one, of course.
Yes, neither of them actually. Fucking yeah, cool, man. I think that's all I have. I think that's all I have for this week's episode.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think. Pretty much everyone else has said everything you can say about Luka and that game. My only contribution here will be that I was sitting on the toilet and I hadn't looked at the basketball scores all day, and I looked and I was like, oh, the Dallas Knicks game is going to OT. I guess I'll switch that on. I watched 2 minutes. There were no makes. I think there were 3 of 6 free throws were missed or something like that. And I messaged our group chat being like, man, this game sucks. And then the little cryon comes down the bottom being like, Luka Doncic, 55 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists.
Insane. Man, alright, well, let's talk about the fucking MVP then. Because usually there's like a weird third one. Like the top 3 for MVP voting. The third one's like, oh, cool. Congratulations to Paul George for making it, etc. But there's going to be like the 6th guy this year is going to be like, oh, how did he not make the top 3? So let's run through them. Luka's got to be top 3.
Yeah.
If not for just narrative alone. Like his production's crazy. They're 4th in the left.
Yeah.
And if you want to be like, objective, fucking whatever, then you'd probably still have Nicola as first.
Yeah.
And Luka's in there as well. But like, who's the third? I'll give you some options. Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Oh my god.
Jason Tatum, Shai Gilgeous, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Man, honestly, potentially even Donovan Mitchell. Not trying to be a prisoner of the moment, but his numbers are really good and they're winning.
Yeah. I think Embiid should be in 3rd place, whatever the fuck that means at the moment. Because watching him play, I think everyone got off him a bit last season, and also the way Philly just capitulate in every playoffs in the last 3 years. But he has been really good, and Philly have looked kind of. I think this is the best iteration of this Philly team, you know, and I think like Maxey hasn't had the best start to the season. PJ Tucker's averaging like half a shot attempt a game. Like Tobias Harris is finally coming to terms with the fact that he's like the 5th best player in Philadelphia. I think despite that, like they're still putting together like a really good Eastern Conference team. And Embiid is just always the center of that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like he's changed his game yet again or anything like that. I don't think he's elevated his game to another level. But his game is like an MVP, a perennial MVP candidate.
Yeah.
And a dominant big man. Giannis, Giannis is just always really good, and you just kind of don't even have to mention it.
Bro, Johnny's on 32, 12, and 5 this year with a steal and a block.
Yeah.
That is like, bro, whoa. Yoel is averaging 1.2 steals, 1.7 blocks.
Yeah, that might be the one improvement of Joel is like, I feel like last season he was just not caring about defense at all, and this season he looks a lot more attentive on D.
No mindset, but
Joel
absolutely. Fucking hates a meaningful
Absolutely
game.
nothing.
So does Jason Tatum. I feel.
Speaking of D though, like Kevin Durant averaging about 30 points as he always does. Do we want to say 56% from the field? I think.
Oh my god!
I think he has the highest mid-range shooting percentage just ever.
Like in makes or takes?
In makes.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah, like it's just like it's actually like 62% or something like that.
Jesus.
On jumpers. And then also he's become like the go-to help defender for the Brooklyn Nets as well. Like him and Nick Claxton are like this weird, great front court defensive pair. Which like we know Kevin Durant's a good defender, but like he hasn't really got his flowers for it since he was in Golden State, and probably for good reason, because like you're not going, like this is one of the best defensive teams in the NBA because of Kevin Durant. Like it's just sort of a bonus that he's 7 feet tall, can kind of guard a lot of positions and is okay at shot blocking. But yeah, this year it feels that feels like the differentiating factor for him.
Yeah, so in that 15 wins in their last 16 games, he's played 14 of them. No, hang on. He's played 15 of them.
Yeah.
14 and
Did
1.
they lose in the...
No. They've been 14 and 1 in that stretch. Wow. But he's putting up 30 on 60, 40, 95 splits. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man, he is such a good defender. I again haven't been watching too much Nets basketball recently. And I feel like every time I watch them, he's not he's just like chilling.
Yeah.
Like he fucking doesn't give a fuck. No. He might be the best at cruising, like cruising with 25-point games over anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, even when Steph has a 25-point games, he hits 6 threes and it's like a bit of a marvel. And it's like, whoa, look at that. Whereas with KD, it's like, hang on, you got 28 right now.
Yeah.
And like your team's up 12 and it's like...
and now you're just going to stop shooting.
Yeah.
You know you don't need to.
Yeah, and there's 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
But yeah, even he's a shout for like top 3 in the MVP. But as you said about the defensive thing, is him being like the help defender. As the league has made this shift like away from, classic bigs, it's given way to like every wing shifting up a position. Like Kevin Durant just becoming a power forward because that's what happened to the league. LeBron becoming a power forward because that's what happened to the league. And now there are lineups where your power forward, who used to be a small forward, is your center.
Yeah.
Like Harry Barnes at the Kings.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you say it, it seems obvious. But when you have like a long, really smart, really good defender who's 7 feet tall, then of course they're going to be a good help defender. So it's kind of just found money that teams stop playing their bigs. But actually, another thing I've noticed recently is that teams really love having a big boy. Just having one fucking big boy. Dare I say a situational footer, to just throw out there. Like Steven Adams had 23 boards against Sabonis yesterday, who had 13. Yeah. And I reckon, honestly, the game plan going in, whether it was Taylor Jenkins, the Grizzlies, or Steven Adams, it was like, no. We will show them what a fucking big fella looks like. Yeah. Because Steven Adams low-key loves like big assignments.
Oh, absolutely. I think that my Steven Adams take has always been like, he gets better the better the center of the other team is. Like, if he's playing against Joel Embiid, he's having the best game of his career. If he's playing against Andre Drummond, he's probably going to get like five boards and like, 4 turnovers or something. I think in the last 3 games, he has had 17, 21, and 23 rebounds. So he's averaging 20 rebounds. It's 8.7 offensive and 11.7 defensive. So
what?
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
and then a steal and a block as well, which is really abnormal for him. So I mean, that's another person having a really nice Christmas New Year period.
It would actually be 20.3 rebounds, Marco. Over that stretch.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Is that what I said?
No, you said 20.
Oh. 20-ish, jeez.
So yeah, there's another hat in the ring for the MVP. But like seriously, where would Giannis rank right now? Where would Steph rank right now?
Yeah. I haven't even.
Where would Kate? One of them has to be 6th.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think. I think Jason Tatum would be 6th.
Damn, dude.
Well, considering the Warriors are a play-in team. And also Steph's injured at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't played in about 5 games. And yeah, Jason Tatum is on the league leading Boston Celtics, averaging essentially 31 points. So that you just have to say that's an MVP candidate, basically. Yeah. If you're on the best team, so this is the thing I want to say about Donovan Mitchell is like, if the Cavs go on a bit of a run and they're the best team in the conference and he's averaging 30 points a game, like, how are you not an MVP candidate? Man?
Yeah. And it's a good there's a good narrative behind it.
Yeah.
Like with Luka, but like, fuck, man, if you just have that game where you have a fucking 60-point, 20-board triple-double or 71 points, like,
everyone's going to remember that.
Yeah. It's such a hallmark, and it's like, they got the story. And then also, they made this, they broke this record, and then, they made history.
Well, who do you... I was just looking at this before. Who do you think won the MVP the year Kobe had 81 points?
Kobe.
Steve Nash.
Oh, wait, what?
It's all of his fraudulent MVPs.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was just searching up Joe Matsula's quote.
to change tact. Yeah.
No, because we were talking about the Jason Tatum being in the MVP race and how the Celtics are so good. So if anyone didn't catch this, Joe Matsula was asked to head coach of the Boston Celtics, for anyone who doesn't know him, for good reason. First of all, really weird head.
Yeah.
Secondly,
he looks so Italian, but like someone else is going on. Sorry.
First of all, he has a charge against him, a domestic violence charge against him. Has he been found guilty, or is that like an active case, or is that one of those?
No, it's from a long time ago.
So it's like one of those ones that got swept
I think
under
it was
the rug.
from in college. I think he might have been found guilty of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Secondly, weird head.
Yeah.
Thirdly, he got asked yesterday, did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them in the building? Immediate response, Matsula said, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Like, he was... I actually don't reckon I've seen anyone more prepared for a question ever. And then he went on to say some fucking bullshit like...
That's the only royal family I know.
Yeah. Also, of course you didn't meet them.
No.
You read about them in a book.
Yeah. Also, wait.
Also, they're not in the building.
Yeah. Also, if you're a Catholic, right? You're not allowed to have a direct relationship with God. So you definitely didn't meet Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Where
do you get off? Why do you know all of those facts?
What do you mean? His name's fucking Joe Mazzullo. Of course he's a Catholic.
True.
He's the coach of the Boston Celtics.
yeah. And he's tan, so you're not getting that job unless you're heavily religious.
Oh man. Yeah, fucking so weird. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
What do you... So, 2006, Steve Nash wins. I think it's his second MVP.
Yeah, he went back to back, right?
He went back to back.
With Yobs.
Now, that year, the vote... I think that it's the year everyone's like, all right, LeBron James was robbed. He was too young. It was never going to happen. The top 5 that season... Steve Nash, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant, Chauncey Billups. Kobe Bryant in 4th. Would you like to guess his averages for that season?
What year was this? 07?
2006.
2006. Was this the year he averaged 35?
Yes.
Was it 35, 5 and 5?
It was 35, 5 and 5.
Jesus Christ.
And
that guy must have won the MVP or something.
Yeah, you would think so. No, but it was actually the guy who averaged 18 and 19 and 10.
My God.
Yeah.
Hang on. I do have one thing. I didn't the Lakers win like... I think they were under 500 that year.
No, they went 45-37. Third in the... Oh, wait. What's that good for? I'm trying to... Oh, okay. Well... I mean, it's not great, is it?
2006-07 standings NBA is what I'm Googling. Yeah. If you're still with us, we really do appreciate it. Dude, wait, I might have the wrong ones.
The 05 to 06 standings?
Oh, dude, I got 06-07.
No, you want 05 to 06-07, they did do bad.
Yeah.
And Kobe was not even in the MVP conversation.
Right.
I mean, but fucking look at this team.
Whom?
So it's got Kobe.
That's a good start.
Lamar Odom.
Okay. Crap.
Playing in and starting 82 games. Smush Parker.
Oh, playoff smush.
Chris Mim.
Chris Mim had, I think, a 94 block in NBA Live 04.
Wow.
So I won't hear a bad word about him.
Brian Cook, Kwame Brown with 7.4 points a game. Luke Walton. Yeah. I think wherever they finished in the standings, which we still can't discover for whatever reason.
I've got the division standings.
Yeah.
I've got the Lakers having 9 less losses than the Phoenix Suns this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Suns were 3rd in the West. So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe they should give it to Kobe or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they should retroactively do that.
Now he's dead, so.
Yeah, he died.
They finished 7th, so yeah. I mean, if someone won the MVP from 7th, I would have something to say about it.
All right, let's run them off. All the awards that year except for Coach of the Year. 6th man. You won't get this.
No, I've no
Mike
idea.
Miller.
Mike Miller.
Most improved player.
Mike Miller.
No, Boris Diaw. Defensive player of the year. You might get this.
No, I don't know.
Just think about it. 05, 06. Maybe he's like, he's one of the players from that era that you know of.
Tim Duncan?
No, but he did win a ring very recently.
Recently?
Before this DPOY.
Big Ben Wallace.
Yes. And then Rookie of the Year. It's the pedophile himself. It's Chris Paul.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good lineup there. I think that Chris Paul at the 1, Kobe at the 2,
Yeah.
Big Ben at the 5.
And then the other 2 in the other
Yeah,
positions.
yeah.
I reckon we might have lost it. We might have lost steam.
Talking about 2005, 06 NBA season.
Let's finish the episode with who led the league in the 05-06 season in heaves.
Heaves?
Yeah.
Is there a statistic for that?
Yeah, on Basketball Reference. And we'll go by attempts and then we'll go by makes.
Right.
So who do you reckon led the league in heaves? This is by per team.
Per team.
Yeah.
Oh, which team led the league in heaves?
Yeah.
The Detroit Pistons?
Very close. It was the Denver Nuggets.
That is very close. Alphabetically, at least.
And then also I feel vibe-wise.
Yeah.
And
then
who led the league in makes?
Dallas?
No. A bit further away this time. The Boston Celtics. We're 2 of 14.
Still on the right end of the alphabet if you really think about it.
We're 2 of 14 on heaves on the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the whole statistic.
Yeah. That's actually a very little amount of heaves.
Yeah.
Man.
I feel like you get like 2 a game these days.
Yeah. Steph has like 100 over his career.
He has 100 made heaves.
No, takes.
Wow.
Did you know that? That's so crazy. Because he's the best shooter of all time and such.
Yeah. I would say second. I reckon Najee Marshall has the second most amount of heaves of all time.
Yeah. Real team guy. So
he has the most team shot clock violation turnovers.
So I don't know, man. Next week maybe we'll be a bit more back to regularly scheduled
Yeah,
programming.
100%. I think that was fun. I've learned a lot about
The history of the NBA.
Yeah.
Whether you were watching the NBA in the end of the 2022 or the start of the 2023 or in the 05-06 season, then it's been a good episode for you.
Final fun fact about the 2005-2006 NBA season.
Okay.
Can
we make it a game? Can we make it, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
The New Orleans Hornets.
Yeah.
What was their 3-letter acronym that season?
It wasn't NOH? Oh. 3-letter acronym.
Yeah.
New Orleans Hornets. Was it NOL? What was it?
It was It was NOK because they were the New Orleans Oklahoma City Hornets that season because of
true.
Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, Chris Paul. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then the next season, Seattle drafted Kevin Durant. Is that correct?
I think so.
And then they moved to Oklahoma because everyone loved the Hornets there so much.
True.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Well,
very good facts. Very, very good facts.
Well, nice talking to you, Lucas. What do you got on for the rest of the week?
I got work. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, when do you go back to work?
Not till the 9th, next Monday. So
it's so good.
Yeah, I'm going to have a really nice... I think tomorrow... I'm going to go to the market and I'm going to do some gardening and I'm going to lie on the couch.
Nice.
And I might go camping on Thursday, and if I don't, I'll lie on the couch.
How long will you go camping for?
Just 2 nights. We'll go up to the Grampians or something. Me and the lady. me and the lady friend.
Yeah, I'm painting the next 3 days.
Painting?
Trains, that is.
At work?
Yeah, painting the office.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fucking big job, man.
Yeah, legit. Why are you doing it?
Because it's... You know how much it costs for a fucking painter, bro?
Yeah, what?
What a waste.
Don't you know Johnny Ryan, though? Surely he can give you a
discount.
Good deal, yeah.
Why would you not just do it yourself?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm painting the outside of a building. Like, it's not really like a...
Oh, it's the outside.
A job that needs a steady hand.
Right.
And also, like, it would cost thousands of dollars.
Hey, what's your office like?
What do you mean?
Like, what is it? Just a building?
Yeah, it's a building.
And the whole office is the firm.
It's a single-fronted building in Ivanhoe.
There's 2 floors.
It's 2 floors. There's a little bit of painting to do on the ground, but there's a considerable amount to do on the first.
So you'll be up like a scaffold, a ladder?
Yeah, well, GP's up on the ladder.
Oh.
And I'm doing the low bits, he's doing the high bits.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you're doing it like a father-son job.
Yeah, well, it's Petratus and Petratus painting and fixtures. But I was just checking the weather because it was fucking 30 degrees the first day we did it.
Yeah.
And look, painting. If I were to pick up a trade, it would probably be painting.
Yeah.
However, that being my welcome to painting was fucking brutal.
Nah, I think it's going to be quite mild the next 2 days. And then very, very hot on the weekends.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There's your update done.
Alright, cool. Well, we'll speak to you next week, fellas.
See you next time.
Bye.